Hello, Dazzle. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I am glad that you are here. Today, I'm going to be doing a game review of Omega Crafter with a focus on the Fallen Samurai Isle update. Omega Crafter is a expansive open world crafting and adventure game that offers players intense resource management, intricate building systems, and rich multiplayer experiences. Players explore vast biomes, gather materials, and craft everything from simple tools to complex machines while facing a variety of environmental challenges and creatures. The newest expansion, Fallen Samurai Isle, takes the adventure to a new level, introducing a mystical island steeped in Japanese-inspired mythology. This update features new enemies, ancient samurai-themed gear, and fresh crafting materials. With its immersive world and fresh gameplay elements, Fallen Samurai Isle breathes new life into Omega Crafter, offering both veteran players and newcomers an exciting new realm to explore. So here's some notes. I was gifted a copy of this game by the developer. At the time of writing this review, I have played 28 hours, and this is how long it took me to play through the game. And it's an early access game, so something just to keep in mind. The visual style of Omega Crafter leans heavily into a cute, vibrant aesthetic, which feels reminiscent of chibi art. Characters are designed with exaggerated proportions, featuring large heads and expressive eyes that give them an endearing and playful appearance. The environments are colorful and whimsical, with soft edges and simple textures that evoke a light-hearted atmosphere. This art style, much like chibi, enhances the game's charm and accessibility, making it feel approachable to a wide range of players. It's a look that fits perfectly with the game's creative and cooperative nature, adding an extra layer of cuteness to every interaction and exploration. The music of Omega Crafter is wonderfully relaxing, offering a soothing backdrop to the game's exploration and crafting. With gentle melodies that shift according to the environment, the soundtrack creates a calm and immersive atmosphere, allowing players to lose themselves in the world without feeling overwhelmed. The sound effects are sharp and crisp with every action, whether it's chopping wood, mining ore, or crafting items, accompanied by distinct, rewarding sounds that make even the smallest task feel satisfying. Together, the tranquil music and crisp sound effects create a balanced audio experience that enhances both the peaceful and productive aspects of the game. The story is minimal yet intriguing, placing players in an underdevelopment game world that's under attack by a mysterious, malicious program. As a crafter, your mission is to explore the open world, building a thriving city, and face powerful bosses while working alongside your programmable sidekick, Grammy, and up to 5 player friends. Your primary task is to hunt down and eliminate bugs that threaten the game world, ensuring that it runs smoothly before the game's official release date. Along the way, you'll need to program your city to keep it functioning properly, creating a unique blend of adventure, crafting, and coding as you work to complete the game's development. The world is divided into several distinct biomes, each offering a unique setting and unique challenges. The journey begins in the Meadows of New Beginnings, which is a peaceful plains biome where the players face off against some basic wolves and pigs as they learn the basics of survival and crafting. Then you move forward to the Endless Wilds, where you're introduced to this autumn forest with vibrant orange and red foliage, where there's goblins and stone golems that create tougher obstacles. For those who love a spooky atmosphere, the Halloween Forest is next, and it is a dark, fog-filled realm teeming with ghosts and sinister pumpkin creatures. And finally, the Fallen Samurai Isle, the latest edition, takes players to a series of Japanese-inspired islands, complete with traditional architecture and eerie haunted warriors, accessible by boat for an epic and culturally rich adventure. The characters in Omega Crafter bring a lot of charm and functionality to the game. The most notable are the Grammis, which are these adorable programmable helpers that you can assign to various tasks in your city. These cute little workers can be customized with different costumes and names, which adds a personal touch to your growing city. Alongside them is your personal Grammy, which is affectionately named Buddy by default, who follows you throughout your adventures. Like other Grammys, Buddy can be fully customized from appearance to name, making it a key companion in both battle and building. Guiding you through your journey is the project manager, a constant presence in the game's chat who provides instructions, tips, and insight into the overall story, acting as both a mentor and a narrator. Together, these characters add depth and warmth to the game's world, blending cute aesthetics with practical functionality. There is a lot of flexibility in the difficulty system, allowing players to tailor their experience from very easy to very hard. This wide range of options is a standout feature, accommodating different play styles and preferences. Whether you were looking for a laid-back, relaxing adventure or a more intense survival challenge, the game lets you adjust the difficulty to suit your needs. This feature empowers players to approach the game on their own terms, whether they want to focus on building and exploring without too much pressure, or test their skills against tough enemies and more demanding resource management. It's a great way to ensure that everyone can enjoy the game regardless of their experience level. The user interface strikes a good balance with a HUD that stays out of the way while remaining accessible when needed, keeping the screen uncluttered during gameplay. However, one downside is the lack of options for remapping key bindings, which would be a welcome addition for players who prefer a more personalized control setup. While the game supports controller use, it's clear that the design is optimized for a keyboard experience, as some tasks aren't as easily performed with a controller. I found myself using the controller for most of the gameplay, but switching to the keyboard and mouse for certain actions. Overall, the controller functionality is decent, but it would benefit from a more robust controller menu system to allow full control without needing to switch between these devices. The novel aspect of Omega Crafter is the ability to program the Grammis, turning them into customizable helpers that automate your crafting task. This feature allows for more robust and efficient crafting, as you don't need to micromanage every little step, significantly reducing the time spent gathering and building. By introducing a basic form of programming into the game, players can set up routines for their Grammis to follow, making the gameplay feel more streamlined and dynamic. Beyond practicality, there's also room for fun, as you can program your Grammis to dance or give them specific dialogue, adding a layer of personality and creativity that sets this game apart from typical crafting titles. This game has great replay value, primarily due to its randomly generated worlds, ensuring that no two playthroughs are alike. This element of unpredictability means that players will encounter different landscapes, resources, and will have to relocate the dungeons each time they start a new game, keeping the experience fresh and engaging. As a survival crafting game, it offers all the creative potential typical of the genre, allowing players to build and design their cities in countless ways. With a vast world to explore, the opportunities for discovery and adventures are virtually limitless, encouraging players to dive back in and experience the thrill of crafting, building, and surviving in a new environment every time that they play. Omega Crafter, surprisingly, delivers an emotional impact that I didn't initially expect from a survival crafting game. My little Grammy buddy, whom I named Buddha, became a source of genuine emotional investment. I found myself feeling upset whenever he got hurt or stuck. This connection extended beyond just my personal companion. I also grew attached to the other Grammis living in my city. Their presence made my city feel vibrant and alive, transforming it from a mere collection of structures into a true community. Unlike many survival crafting games where your builds often feel like empty shells, occupied only by you and your friends, the Grammis and Omega Crafters serve as neighbors and allies, creating a sense of camaraderie camaraderie that enriched my gameplay experience. This emotional engagement adds an unexpected layer to the game. I felt like I was building the city for someone. Omega Crafter is currently in early access, which means that players are diving into an unfinished game that is still a work in progress. While the gameplay is enjoyable and offers a lot of unique features, it is essential to keep in mind that not all elements are fully polished or complete. Early access allows the development team to gather player feedback, make adjustments, and introduce new content over time, which can lead to a more refined and fulfilling experience in the future. However, this also means players may encounter bugs, limited features, or changes that could alter their gameplay experience as updates roll out. Embracing the early access model offers a glimpse into the game's potential, while understanding that ongoing development is necessary to enhance and expand its offerings. This dynamic can be exciting for those eager to be a part of the game's evolution, but may require patience as the developers work to perfect their vision. There are several changes and improvements that I hope to see implemented. First and foremost, an auto loot or loot all function would streamline the gathering process and make inventory management much more efficient. Additionally, introducing a lock-on target or a locked camera during combat would enhance the gameplay experience, making it easier to focus on enemies. It would also be great to have an upgrade for the Grammis that allows them to carry more resources by equipping them with backpacks. Another useful feature would be the ability to click on a crafting bench to see which Grammy is assigned to it, along with the name of the bench listed in the Grammy management interface. Furthermore, a machine that breaks down unwanted items into craftable resources would be really nice. It would add depth to the resource management system. Lastly, having a log of the developer's messages would be beneficial for players who may have stepped away from the game, allowing them to easily catch up on their updates and guidance. Omega Crafter has a great deal of promise and potential for growth. One standout feature is the cartography table, which allows players to share their explored maps along with any personal notations that they have made, enhancing collaboration and communication in a way that I wish every game would adopt. The Grammy that accompanies you is not just a cute sidekick. It proves to be genuinely helpful in both combat and collection tasks, contrasting sharply with many games where followers often become more of a hindrance than a help. The auto-labeling of chests significantly simplifies inventory management, making it easier to keep track of the vast array of resources that you accumulate. Additionally, the option to rename benches and boxes enhances organization and tracking. Impressively, the game maintains smooth performance without lag, even when there is a plethora of items scattered across the ground. These features combined to create an enjoyable experience that hints at even greater things to come. Well, that's about it for my rambling today. How about you guys? What do you think are the important elements to a great game? Thanks for coming and spending some time with me. If you liked the video, then click on that like button, because it really does help. And until we talk again, you guys be sure to take care of yourselves. Bye!